about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. Hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And his throw is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Try to break.
They go play action with Haskins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions' 33-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he finds McLaurin. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Haskins back to the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd and goal.
6 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Haskins going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 16. Stafford. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along, and the other scores from around the league. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Geis on the counter. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. To throw is Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie getting in there to break it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Haskins from his own end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how
and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset. Yep. Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Flush to his right. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And some room to maneuver. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it'll bring up third down.
He's not going to get me.
From the gun, Stafford. And James has it. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second and a couple. Stafford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but in the deep...
Oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are you doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something. Something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, they start the second half with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a run with Geis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick. Six for a Redskins touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Johnson running right. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Redskins scoop it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Strong right. Hey, you got 3.
They go play action now. Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That fails. Complete. It's Johnson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it 2 before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Hey, seam 6. Mike's 50. Ready.
Throwing his fails. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts him in. Real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Set, ready. AC Gator. I'm going to run you over. Check.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It got his man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Redskins. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw again on second down. Fails. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now they're in some hot water net. 21. Now Haskins to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught outright. Amendola. 23 yards, the final tally. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll drop the throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yeah. Ed Reed. Switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40. Mike 40.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Tressway now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that
okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through.